in a privileged position to learn a thing or two. Keep your mouth shut and your eyes open.
Wendy Williams.
Yeah, this is Ghostface.
What up, what up? Holla at your boys, Jay-Z.
Hey, yo, this is Busta Rhymes.
The Wendy Williams Experience.
Since you've been listening this far, we're going to throw in a little bonus hour. You ready?
How long is this bonus hour going to last? I'm getting addicted.
No, let me tell you. I love this extra hour.
Everything is organic here on the bonus hour.
Yeah, baby.
Hey, yo, check this out. It's Wendy, man.
Here it is.
It's the bonus hour on the Wendy Williams Experience.
107.5 WBLS, New York.
Welcome to the bonus hour of the Wendy Williams Experience. You all like the bonus hour. You tell me when I see you. There's two things that I always get recently. It's, how you doing? Which comes from old, young, all across the board in terms of color of people. And gay, straight, doesn't matter. People like that greeting. I like it, too. It's funny to say, how you doing? My mother called me the other day, and she said, how you doing? I said, except she doesn't say it that way. How you doing? I said, hey. Whew. How do I look? Steve Lindsay did my makeup. I'm going to the Tribeca Film Festival. I'm working the red carpet afterwards. So, working the red carpet at the film festival, Tribeca, I know which side of the velvet rope I'll be on. I'll be on the side with the rest of my paparazzi brethren. So you will not see what I'm wearing from, like, the boobs down. You know what I mean? Because it's all about the reaching over with my long arms and trying to, talk to people on the other side of the velvet rope as they're walking along. See, there's certain events where I know that, from head to toe, I could be seen. So then I have to do a whole head to toe thing, which involves the shoes and stuff. Like today I have on Uggs because I still have a cold. Like I'm catching a cold in this weather. I came to work yesterday with no coat at all on. Yeah. And Art, we walked outside together at 7 o'clock. It was freezing. I felt like an absolute fool. I sent my son to school with no coat, just a short sleeve shirt. And he's sniffling, I'm sniffling. It's a mess. So I have a little sweater to throw on me over my plain white T-shirt. And I'm wearing just regular jeans, but the sweater will zhuzh it up a little bit. It's animal print. I love animal print. Do you love it? I love it. You know what I don't love? Ladies, are you into the ethnic tunics? The ones with the beads and stuff? Our coworker, Lourdes, hey Lourdes, love her. So she had one on the other day and it looked really cute. And I said, Lourdes, I love your tunic. She says, Old Navy. So I went to Old Navy over the weekend and I'm looking at the tunics and they're reasonably priced, As a matter of fact, that's what they're really pumping this season at Old Navy, the tunics. That's the MC Light tunic commercial where the girls are dancing on the boat. But I just can't get into the tunics. It's like when you put on a tunic, I feel like you're supposed to be putting on rows and rows of ethnic beads and turquoise jewelry. And you're really supposed to be kind of like changing your whole look to like boho. I'm not into that. And I was at Bendel's earlier today. They have tunics, but they're like $300 and $500. I'm like, God, this is an investment. They don't even like big girls over there. I mean, I shop that store, Henry Bendel. Do you go there? I'm like probably the biggest that they tolerate. And even me, ridiculous. You can't find anything. That's a store that caters to the size 0 socialite with her lapdog. This girl, I actually did purchase something, but not a tunic. So this white girl, the Lizzie Grubman effect, you know what I mean? So she was in there, and she's in and out of the dressing room asking me and the sales girl what we thought about the jeans that she's trying on. They're like size 0s, and she's like 5'2". And she's got her lap dog, and the dog is tied to the dressing room door, and the dog is a little tiny dog. And I'm just like, since when do they allow dogs in stores? I mean, I guess there's a certain clientele, so anything goes there. I don't know. I can't do the tunics, but I can do the T-shirts. The great thing about the red carpet, getting back to the Tribeca Film Festival, is that it's only from the shoulders up. So Steve came and he, blew out my tease and pop. And he put on good makeup and great eyelashes. And then I have on a regular T-shirt. And then I'll put a jazzy sweater on over it. And you guys won't even see I'm wearing holy jeans and Uggs. When I worked the red carpet for VH1 Save the Music, However, I knew that this was because it's a VH1 event, there's a good chance that I'll be on the red carpet side of the red carpet. Like, I won't be with the rest of my paparazzi brethren. I get preferential treatment because, it's my channel. Me and Rachel, we stand on that side. And the Entertainment Tonight people and stuff like that. But for the most part, most everybody at the Save the Music red carpet stood on the other side of the velvet rope, and then they had to use their reach to talk to the stars. What did I wear then? I don't know, jeans, some cool boots, and I had on a black trench coat cut off like right below my jeans pockets.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, and pulled real tight at the waist. I was trying to give you a Mrs. Peel look, if anybody remembers the Avengers. Is that what they were called, or was it the Adventure? Do you remember?
Avengers.
Remember Mrs. Peel? All sleek. Yeah, I love that look. I'm going to sleep on my back tonight. I'm saving these eyelashes. If I could, I'd save the makeup. Because tomorrow, Sister to Sister is having their 16th anniversary party. And that's going to be a big to-do. Gossip magazine. Shout out to Jamie Foster. I love her. And I love Sister to Sister. There's a lot of stuff in Sister to Sister, though. My eyes start to go crazy, and then I end up putting it aside. And I ask one of the interns, can you all read this, for me and tell me what's good? Just too many stories. And then the bad part about publishing gossip in a magazine that only comes out once a month is that by the time you get it, the gossip is so old. But what she's good at is she's good at the one-on-one interviews. Like, she'll take you inside Vivica Fox's house, and she takes like 25 pictures. She's in all the pictures. Jamie. And then she has the one-on-ones. And sometimes, people drop like really good morsels. So I'll be at that party tomorrow night. And then I got a special invitation to Mimi's special occasion. That's for Thursday night. And the dress mode is festive. Now, for Mimi, I know what that means, Mariah Carey. That means, one of them Cinderella ball gowns that she wore to Puffy's party, or, some fabulous Roberto Cavalli number dragging down to the floor where she'll have, 9 minions traipsing behind her holding it up. I know what she means by festive. But what I mean by festive on a weeknight, I don't know. Steve Lindsay, my stylist, so he makes me Diana Ross type gowns also. Oh, he's like an all-in-one. I love him. He does my hair and makeup mostly, but he's really good at making the Diana Ross gowns, and so he's trying to convince me. He's like, Wendy, you need to wear a gown to Mimi's special occasion. Now, mind you, he always makes my gowns out of material where I can literally ball them up and throw them in my back pocket, and then unfurl it, slip it on, and go to the special occasion. But I'm thinking, I don't think she means that festive. But I don't want to insult our hostess. Like, I wouldn't go there with some, T-shirt on and a beaded bag and think that I'm doing the work. Anyway, I say all that to say I need these eyelashes for a few days. And the best way to work them is to, lay on your back when you sleep. I hate laying on my back. I remember, being pregnant, and that was one thing that I hated, laying on my back or on my side. I trained myself to do it, though. I could do it with lashes on. Then you have to, like, spritz your face. It's a real intricate way of washing your face so that you don't, loosen the lash glue and stuff.
Torture.
Yeah, well, you know what? Beauty is pain, and pain is beauty, and it's torturous being a woman. But you know what? I wouldn't want to be one of you stinky men for anything. I love being a girl. I sent my kid to school with watermelon again today. Well, it's becoming that...
It's that time of year, though.
It's that time of year. And I'm just like, why can't he simply want apple slices, or orange sections? Why does he ask for watermelon? I mean, I don't mind him eating it in the house, but I just feel a certain ways. There's certain foods, and I've said this before on the show, that are just not good for public consumption. When you're out in the public. And one of them is watermelon. I just don't like to see my black people eat watermelon, in mixed company, if you know what I'm saying, and I think you do. So I cut the slices, I got the seedless, and I sent him with a fork because he wanted to eat it right off the rind, like a little Negro. Eat it off the rind and slurp the juice. He goes through the whole, I cut it up nice and put it in some Tupperware and sent it with a fork, so he'll eat it like a civilized human being.
It's no funny in that way, though.
And, well, the kids, thank God, they're only 4. They don't know color or anything like, they're not, look at Black Sambo over there with his watermelon. Oh, boy. You know, I'm not scared off of going to cruises. I know what just happened, you know, with the cruise ship and the life jackets and the glass breaking and people panicking and stuff like that. I'm not scared at all. I got my cruise coming up on the Royal Caribbean. You guys want to go? I'll give you the information right now. Who's ready? You have a pen and paper? You know the Bodylicious cruise. It's really good. You know, I learned how to clap my booty cheeks last year on it. Well, you can tell by the name of it that it's not exactly like the cruise where we're going to be, you know, playing bid whist all the time. Even though, you know, bring your deck of cards, because there's nothing like a good bid whist game. But there's seminars, and you ask what the seminars are, it ain't exactly about how to get ahead in your career.
It's how to give head.
Well, you know what I'm saying? It's about how to clap your booty and drop it like it's hot and work the pole. And shout out to all the women who work by day and, you know, maybe things have gotten a little lackluster. You want to learn some new tricks? Come with me. Sex toys and everything.
All inclusive.
It's all inclusive. You want to go jet skiing? You want to go, you know, off the boat and do a little island hopping or something like that? I know what they have right now is if you sign up, $200 will hold your place on the cruise. And by the way, did I tell you 4 drinks a day of the good liquor? You know what 4 drinks a day will do to you when you combine it with 90-degree weather? They might have to carry you off the boat, airlift you back to the mainland, and resuscitate you.
Comedy show,
the Wendy Williams comedy experience and everything. Casinos on board. Well, and the parties. And DJ SNS is coming from Harlem like he did the last November. He came from Harlem. It spun at all the parties. All right, I'm going to give you the date and the information. Okay, it's the Bodylicious Cruise hosted by me, Wendy Williams. Last year was the first year we did it. It was a huge success. Come this year, and you know what? Men, this cruise is for you too. You know, Artie can't have all the women. So November 4th to November 7th, we are cruising aboard the Royal Caribbean, and we're going to Paradise Island, the Bahamas. Shut up. Exactly. You can go to bodyliciouscruise.com, or you can go to stripformyman.com, or you can call. By the way, when you go on the web, squish all those letters together so it's one big word, bodyliciouscruise.com, and then stripformyman.com. Or call 877-878-3262. That's all I'm saying. And we can go on a vacation together. November 4th to November 7th. It's a lot of fun.
Are you going to do Advice Hour again this year?
Yeah, I do Advice Hour on it. We eat our meals together. I mean, you know what? There's nobody. Let me just say this too, because I know I mentioned the word together a lot, and if you're like me, you're getting turned off. When I say together, I don't mean, okay, everybody, it is now time. No, it's your vacation. You do what you want, but we just give you alternatives. You know what I mean? Like, come learn how to clap your booty cheeks. And I can tell you this: what I learned, it's all in the ankles. That's all I'm going to say. It's all in the ankles.
Baby. Yeah.
Farnsworth Bentley's, he's doing very well now. I was reading in one of the magazines. People, something. He bought 10 $50 T-shirts as a gift to Cameron Diaz. Now, 10 T-shirts at $50 a piece. How much is that? $500 on T-shirts? You really have to take out a pen and pad?
I'm horrible in math.
I can't believe I have to ask. Carry the zero down.
Yeah, $500.
Carry the zero. $500. Add tax. Okay, just say, $600. Farnsworth Bentley's really getting money. I wonder how much he got to do that Burger King pitch ad. Probably good money.
Residuals,
yeah, good money. That fattening sandwich. Take the money while you can, Bentley, because that sandwich is not going to be around for a while. You know, it's spring. People are trying to lose weight. You want them to eat a 900-calorie sandwich. Excuse me, I think it's 1,200 calories for that breakfast sandwich. It still looks delicious. And since when is he so in with Cameron Diaz? Did he do that show with her? Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, it's probably, thank you. Oh, well then you know what? He's a very thoughtful man. Mm-hmm. Very nice. Do you watch that show, Trippin'? I don't watch that. Hey, you know, R. Kelly is hit with another lawsuit. Did we talk about this already? It has nothing to do with underage girls. Actually, this time it's a former employee. She's filed a class action suit against R. Kelly for unpaid overtime wages. This is a sticky area because when you're working for an artist, what is really considered overtime? Well, his name is Brandon Novak, and that's a former assistant of R. Kelly. Actually, you know what? I would love to get Brandon Novak here on the show. Shout out to Nicole back there in the booking office. Nicole, I don't know how you track down Brandon Novak. Brandon, if you happen to be listening to the show or anybody that you know is listening, wouldn't that be a good interview? R. Kelly's former assistant. I mean, we can talk about the overtime, but let's get to the meat of the issue. You know, or should I say, let's get to the pink meat of the issue. If you know what I'm saying, and I think you do. Brandon was fired after he complained that he hadn't gotten the money. 2 years worth of unpaid overtime, plus damages and legal fees. Celebrity Justice is reporting that. Celebrity Justice is on the case, boy. If I could just stay up that late. I've been on that show a lot, too. Shout out to everybody over at Celebrity Justice. Andy Dick is at it again. You know, Andy Dick, Tracy Morgan, are they one and the same? Almost. Kind of, sort of. I love Andy Dick. On TV, not in person. There's something about him in person. You just don't know where he's going to be coming from. Well, apparently he was kicked out of a comedy club after the patrons complained that he exposed himself on stage. Now, Andy Dick is 39, and he's already admitted that he is bisexual. He has sex with men. He has sex with women. He has no problem kissing either or out in public. I can tell you one thing. Any sitcom that Andy Dick is on or David Spade is on, I am so there watching. I love their sitcom work. So apparently, Dick was in Canada, and he was drinking the whole time that he was on stage. But they say he didn't think he was drunk on stage. Several people who were there watching his April 1st show said that he seemed drunk. Well, you know what? That's a gray area with an Andy Dick. Because you know how there's some people you don't know whether they're drunk or not? Andy Dick is one of those people. He's got a wacky personality. Anyway, they say that he exposed himself during a bit about a Rolex watch. And the club management knew that it was a part of the act. The audience members complained. He was told to forget about doing his April 2nd show, and the club paid him half of his fee. What do you think Andy Dick makes to tell a joke? All right, so he was doing 2 nights. What do you think 2 nights with Andy Dick cost you if you're a club?
10 grand.
10 grand? 15. See, you lowballed. I would have thought maybe 25. Just because, you know, he gets the job done. Yeah. And he is on a sitcom that's on TV right now. 15 grand. So he got $7,500
Per night.
For that one night, and they didn't give him the money for the rest. Who wants to hear about 50 Cent? He's speaking out. He says some interesting things. All right, I'll do this with you. What kind of time do I have left on this break?
You got 8 minutes.
8 minutes. No, I can't do this in 8 minutes. I'd rather do this on the other side. I started to talk about it yesterday. I believe it was right here during the during the bonus hour, because I said that he got dropped from Reebok overseas. I mean, he's still pitching Reebok here in the States. I can't wait for my new CD to come out. I have to admit, shout out to Headhunter, _ Entertainment. You're a fabulous executive producer. Yeah. Shout out to Marcus Houston, who was on the show earlier today and delivered a gift to me. I had no idea. Marcus has been in the studio scheming behind my back, making a single for Wendy Brings the Heat. Yesterday, I introduced you to the MOP song for Wendy Brings the Heat. And earlier today, I played the Marcus Houston song, and Marcus was in interviewing and whatnot. The CD does not have a drop date, but I would imagine, like, right on the cusp of May, June, yeah. I did my part. There are two things that I had to do. I had to do the photo shoot, and I did that like 2 months ago. I picked out how I wanted to be imaged for my own photo shoot. I didn't want somebody to image me. I'm a woman of a certain age. I can't be bossed around. You know, it's like old dog, new tricks. Wendy, just try this. This will look really cute on you. Nope, I'm not trying it, and I don't want to wear it. No. Well, just no. And that is probably to my detriment. You know? Sometimes I feel as though, you know, you fare better in this business if you start it and get really, really successful, like when you're 22. Because everybody else is thinking for you, and you're not thinking for yourself. And at least in terms of fashion and makeup and tricks with your hair and stuff, you're more open. You're more open to getting your hair shaved off or extensions down to your feet, and then a lopsided hairdo that, you know, you're open to wearing tunics. Just try this. You're open to trying stuff when you're like 22. Forget about it. Me? I'm not open to trying nothing. Nothing that I haven't already worked the runway in my own bedroom. You know? Stylist pulling clothes. Try this, try this, try this. Nope. Nope. They think every big girl wants to dress like Queen Latifah. Not. You know, throw a big tent over me and I'm good to go. No. So for the album cover, I just took my budget and I did what I had to do, you know. And we got some props in there. But, you know, I said what I wanted the props to be. And like that. And then Steve, he and I just worked so great together. You know, he knew exactly what to do with my hair. I think you're going to like the album cover, but just keep in mind, I styled myself. We had the stylist budget and all like that. I took that money and went to Disney World. You know what I mean? I bought myself a little something, you know, to wear on the cover, and I even had money left over. Shh. Don't tell Lionel Ratner.
Uh-oh.
You know what a stylist cost? They're like, you know, per hour. And it was like a 3-hour photo shoot. Maybe 4.
Thousands.
Yeah, that's cost thousands of dollars. And then they borrow clothes for you. But if I like the clothes, I want to keep the clothes. So that's the first thing. So let me just have the money. I'll shop for my own, you know, outfit for the cover. I'm my own stylist. Give me that money. You know, I'll split it with Steve Lindsay. He'd come in and do hair and makeup. And, you know, Steve, you know, just straighten out my hem. Is my hem okay? Just straighten that out just a bit. Doesn't require a Philip Block to, you know, pirouette into the room. Thousands of dollars they saved. I saved them. And then, well, you know, I ended up going over to Club Monaco, though, the other day. You know, Virgin's right outside of Club Monaco. Ugh. Well, where was I going with this? What am I talking about? Oh, hello? How much time do I have left on the break?
5 minutes.
5 minutes?
Yes.
That's good. Sharon Stone is about to adopt another child. Well, I like that. I like that women, that we have so much freedom these days. You know, we can do it alone, or we can do it married, or we can do it living together and loving and no paper at all. Or we don't have to have children together. We have pre-made families and we all get together. Or, you know what? I can't have kids. Let's adopt. And then, you know, adoption used to be so rigid. You had to be married and whatnot to adopt. Nowadays, and Sharon Stone did it just the way I would do it if I wasn't, you know, because I was going to be a mother regardless of marriage, no marriage, regardless of, you know, miscarriages, say I could never have my own child. I always knew I was going to be a mother, so I wasn't even sweating it. And I also had researched adoption enough to understand what it would require. Sharon Stone's doing it the way I would do it if I was single. Shout out to all these single ladies who don't have children. If adoption's for you, adoption's not for everybody. But all hope is not lost, Sharon is 47. Apparently no eggs. I don't care what she looks like. That's a wrap. Although she looks great. Cobweb plumbing.
Uh-oh.
But Roan, she adopted with her ex-husband Phil Ronstein. They had tried to have a baby, and then they decided to adopt. Now, I don't know whether that means that Phil was shooting blanks, or at that time Sharon, was, I mean, it's tough for women. You know what I mean? It's not like it used to be. You have the in and out, and then you pop out a baby 9 months later. It's not. So Roan, who's absolutely adorable, is 5 now. And she got Roan from a teenage mother in Texas. So now she's returned to the same state of Texas to find another person. And this is how it's going down. I like how she did Roan, and I like how she's doing this one. You might feel differently if you are into adoption. The identity of the new mother and the father of this baby that's about to come along is unknown to Sharon. And these people don't know that it's Sharon Stone about to adopt their baby. The baby is due to be delivered from the mother in May. And Sharon says, and here's her quote. She feels, or here's her people's quote, her younger sister Kelly doing all the talking. Sharon feels this is the least complicated way to adopt, where nobody knows anybody. In other words. Now, the only problem is that if there are ever complications with the child, in terms of a sickness or something like that. But I don't know. There's probably all kinds of medical records that go along. There's high diabetes on the mother's side. There's, high blood pressure on the father's side. There's colon cancer on the mother's side, like that. Her younger sister, Kelly, threw her a baby shower 2 weeks ago in Los Angeles. It was attended by male and female members of the family and friends. And one of the people there was James Woods. And Sharon recently broke up with her 44-year-old boyfriend, who happens to be an executive over at CNN. He broke up with her while they were vacationing in Tahiti in March. But the rich can do that. Because for the rest of us, what are we going to do? Hop a plane for $8,000 just to prove a point? I don't need you. What, check out of that room and check into another room for $3,000? No. You divide the sheets in the bed and you continue on the vacation. But you're just broken up, and you do things separate. A mess. So she's about to be a mother of an infant, and she already has the 5-year-old. And she's got all of her nannies and all that other kind of stuff, How much she's Sharon Stone, doing a whole lot at 47 with them kids.
How many is she have?
Well, she has a 5-year-old.
Okay.
And she has a 0-year-old, one that's about to come in May. There's something to be said, though, for having your kids at 18. Because I swear sometimes I bend down on the ground. I hear all kind of stuff cracking. I grab the counter to help me up. The baby says, "Mommy, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yes, Mommy's fine." Old young mommy. That's what I call us. You know what I mean? I just don't want to be an embarrassment to him, you know what I mean? 3rd grade, I'm on a walker.
Oh.
Is that your grandma? No, that's my mom. Kids can be so cruel. I just don't want him to be cruel. Boy, I hope I hope things went well with the watermelon today. I would expect that they would.
In squares?
Yeah, I cut them in squares, exactly. I tried to disguise them. I actually used the watermelon baller, not squares. I used the watermelon baller to make, watermelon time happy time, not racial time. Yeah. And a fork.
Does he like any other kind of fruits you can mix together with them? The disguise it even more?
Yeah, well, I was thinking of that, but I was rushing today because I had a lot to do. But I would have that's a good idea.
Some melons.
Disguise it. That's
Cantaloupe.
right. That's what I'm going to do from now on.
Yeah.
Disguise it. And then just drown everything in the watermelon juice. Because he likes the juice. He likes to turn it up to his mouth.
That's good juice.
Just not in public. Right. I just don't like,
Right.
All right, look. What we need to do right now is probably take some sort of break or something. I have some BLS information to remind you of, including, don't forget, everybody, Friday night, it's the WBLS live broadcast from Lounge 42 in Mount Vernon. It's for the grown and sexy. 42 West Broad Street in Mount Vernon. It's the Fleetwood section of Mount Vernon. It's right off the exit. It's so easy to get to. The club stays open until 4 o'clock in the morning. It doesn't open until 11 o'clock at night. So, and it's a nice time. Hard bottom Fridays. That means, guys, don't wear anything but sneakers on your feet. And those leather Jesus sandals. Do you like those? My father wears those. I think that they are pitiful. My brother wears them too.
What you call them?
Jesus.
You go with the Jesus juice.
Jesus sandals. Yeah, they brought the kid back from Martha's Vineyard last summer. They got him Jesus sandals. I was like, no, you will not. You get him some Nike flip-flops. You know, I'll pick him up a little Spider-Man number for his feet at Target. Anything. But those leather... Do you wear those during the summer? I never noticed you wearing them. Do you wear Jesus sandals?
Trevor does.
Trev Hollywood wears Jesus sandals?
With his linen suit.
I got to tell you, if I was single, I could never talk to a man with the Jesus sandals.
With socks.
Socks?
That's even worse, right?
Very dibby. Shout out to everybody on Church Ave, you know. Socks with the Jesus sandals.
It's crazy.
All right, we're going to take a break. Don't forget, Vaughnie comes up at 7 o'clock with The Quiet Storm. Right now, you're checking out the Wendy Williams Experience Bonus Hour on the station for today's R&B and classic soul, and featuring the Wendy Williams Experience. We're 107.5 WBLS.
Hi, everybody. It's the Biz Monkey. You're checking out the bonus hour of Wicked Wendy Williams.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Don't forget, May 8th, you can set sail on the Hudson. It's the WBLS Mother's Day Cruise. This is great. I'm going to give you the telephone number for more information. It's sponsored by, or in part, by Nantucket Nectar. The phrase for that is real better. And, of course, your radio station, WBLS, May 8th. It's Mother's Day. Take your mom on this nice cruise on the Hudson. I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful day. It's always sunny on Mother's Day. 212-307-7171. We'll be celebrating the salt of the earth there. Did you hear about the Brooklyn men accused of hauling weed? The chief? Well, police pursued, apparently this all happened on Monday, yesterday. On I-95, they ended up arresting 2 New York City men who were accused of transporting more than 200 pounds of weed. Damn. Now check out the names, or the ages. James is 45 and Matthew is 63. It don't stop because it can't stop. Damn. Well, they were charged with possession of more than 1 kilogram of marijuana and possession with intent to sell. Gee, you think? State trooper said that they were southbound on 95 when they committed an unspecified motor vehicle violation. They were pursued by the trooper. Officers said that they ended up having to call in helicopters. The 2 men discarded the duffel bags in West Haven after getting off the highway. The bags were later found with 229 pounds of weed. Estimated street value? How much do you think that's worth? 229 pounds of weed. It's worth a lot more than I thought that it would be. $1.2 million. They were both arrested and held on $1 million bond. And over in Somerville, New Jersey, they say 2 members of a motorcycle gang called the Pagans shot and killed a man who was wearing a Hell's Angel t-shirt. Is it that serious? Is it that serious? The cops say that they opened fire, shot him in the leg and abdomen. The 40-year-old man with the Hell's Angel t-shirt died at Somerset Medical Center. Shout out to everybody who's part of motorcycle clubs and stuff like that. Always looks cool from afar. I get frightened of them, though.
From way far.
Yeah, from way far. I fell off my friend Joel Mahan's moped when I was like in 6th grade, and I've never been back on a bike since. The exhaust landed on my leg, burned the bottom of my leg. It was a whole thing. Tommy Hilfiger, I was reading in the newspaper, he and his daughter Allie, you remember her from Rich Girls? She's got the real big teeth. I know, I'm not one to talk, but I'm just saying. Well, he and his daughter he and Allie are collaborating to produce a movie called Proud. It's the story of African American sailors in World War II. It's a historical drama, and it debuts Saturday at Tribeca. Well, I guess they'll be walking the red carpet tonight. Well, here's what Allie told Page Six. These sailors were treated poorly in the U.S., while the heroes, something about Irishmen were treated like heroes. I mean, on one hand, I suppose it's a story that needs to be told, but are Tommy Hilfiger and Allie Hilfiger really going to do it justice? And who are they going to call in to star in this? Are their black friends like Puffy, Farnsworth, Bentley, and 50 Cent and stuff? It's a valiant effort. I swore I wasn't going to talk about Eva Longoria anymore from Desperate Housewives. Alas, I have to. She says something here. I had to think about it for a moment, and then I said, you know what? I appreciate the honesty. Here's what she says. Talking about relationships. I can't be the selfless person that a relationship requires until I get used to this celebrity lifestyle. Totally understood. I mean, at first it's like, excuse me? But then it's like, all right, I get it. Even though she was on soap operas and stuff like that prior to Desperate Housewives, this is the whole nother level of celebrity that she's getting used to. That's why she man hops. And as well she should. She's only 30. She's single. And, who knows whether this time, how long this is going to last or whether it will ever be revisited again. Mm-hmm. Who is it that keeps trying to come in the room?
Eric, the sales guy.
Oh, no, Eric, it's not time. This is the bonus hour. I mean, I would let him in, except then he would become a part of the show.
He should be home by now.
And I don't think that the salespeople realize that when they open the door, they become a part of the show. And when you become a part of the show, anything happens. I got a couple of questions to ask Eric, and they don't have to do with sales. I'll ask him right here. Did he walk away?
He's still there. I have the door locked.
All right. If he's there in 3 minutes, we're going to bring him in.
All right.
It's not going to be about Verizon either, Eric. Eric is the king of all Verizon accounts here at WBLS. Verizon people were nice. I got a new phone from Verizon because, I've been with Verizon since forever, I don't need them to be an accountant here at the radio station to toot my horn about Verizon. I love them. I'll tell anybody. The Nextel subscriber you are trying to reach can't be located. Who the hell has time to put up with that crap? Sprint, I know nothing. I know Verizon. And I know one thing, I can make 15-second short movies with my movie phone. I have a movie phone. And the retail value is like $200. I mean, it does a lot, though. You get a rebate. I did the rebate. You get $50 back. Let's talk about 50 Cent, because Vaughn is right behind Eric, if you didn't notice. Pushing at the door. All right, so 50 is speaking out about a number of things in the spring issue of some publication or another that's going to hit the stands soon. Or it might be on newsstands now. I don't know. Here he talks about his influence. And here's his quote. I'm like the number 6 most Googled person on the planet. I affect people. I affect their thinking. If people believe they can make it because of me, without me ever speaking as if I'm a role model, then I'm inspired. I'm inspiring them. My situation inspires them. It's like there's no neighborhood in the world where cats remember selling crack with Puffy. Oh. Because my success was so rapid, it feels like yesterday I was standing next to the cats. I just walked off the curb. Did Puffy ever admit that he sold crack? No, Puffy never sold us that bill of goods. Puffy's dad hustled. Puffy went to Howard to make a better way for himself. He quit Howard and interned, and the rest is history. And then he talks about his business. He says, I utilize information, and information is the key to everything in business. Think about G-Unit Clothing. Sean John did $23 million in sales their first year. Rockaware did $18 million. I did $58 million the first year. I don't care if Jay-Z does a sneaker deal before me. Not if I sell more shoes than him. On one hand, I hate it because he's bragging and he's talking real cocky. But on the other hand, if he doesn't say it, who will? You understand? Yeah. Go 50. Here's how he talks about his new financial freedom. When I go home, I live in Mike Tyson's house. Mike made over $500 million in his career. He was totally effing free. Money is the freedom to say, right after this interview, I'm going to make a call, and a private jet is going to pick me up, and I'm getting on the plane, and I'll be in Los Angeles in 5 hours. I like it.
I love it.
Yeah. Because at first you could think like cocky bastard. But you know what?
He earned it.
He earned it. It's his money. And if he doesn't say it, who will? I like my wealthy to brag. That is why I have, I enjoy Kamora Lee Simmons. At first it was like, but now I just love it. Brag more, tell me more. I like to live that vicariously through you. I like to strive every day to wake up out of bed. One day maybe I could call a private plane to do something. Can you go pick me up a pack of now and laters in Istanbul? All right, one more thing about him. 50 on Vivica Fox. He won't let it go. I went out without reading the rules. The you're in Hollywood, you're a star now rule book. You go out with someone you're interested in, and the next day you wake up and you're married. Folks acted like Vivica was the only woman I've gone out with my whole life. Even if you find someone in entertainment business that'll understand and you can't be around a lot, the press will F it up. The media can change a person's perception of you. I like it. Sounds like a good article.
Sounds like he likes her again.
No, it sounds like he's not blaming her for what happened, and that he now has the Your Celebrity Now rule books to dating. And he's right about that. We, the wags, a wag, for those of you who don't know, I've explained it many times, we wag our tongues. We're gossiping all day. We're talking, Me and my wag brethren, my wag sisters, we can mess up a relationship. We could take it from a little, sandwich, and it gets just totally overblown. I love that about my profession. The dramatic effect. All right, I have to go. I love being here with you all. Alas, there's a red carpet that needs to be done, and some celebrities that it needs some swooping down on. I'm just the man to do it. How you doing? I'll talk to you all tomorrow, though. Thank you for being here today. I love you for that. Vaughn Harper's up next with The Quiet Storm on your radio station for today's R&B. Classic soul and featuring the Wendy Williams Experience. Tell a friend, everybody. It's 107.5 WBLS.
The Wendy Williams broadcast day has completed.
Aw, man!
And WBLS music starts next.
All you need to know is it's exit 7 off the Cross County Parkway.